let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation on why I think Pay Plan 24 is a play that a lot of people in the DeFi space would rather go with, but it has its upsides and its downsides. Let's get right into it, okay? So, a lot of times in DeFi, okay, a lot of times in DeFi, when it comes down to it, the importance is how can I get my initial capital back? My initial capital back. How can I obtain my initial capital, right, as fast as possible by still obtaining as much profit as possible? Okay, so we have to take a look at some of these systems and how they work because I'm just going to be thorough. I'm going to be communicative. I'm going to be educative as far as teaching you out there what to expect and what to look for. Okay. Back in the day, there was a platform that a lot of people loved. It was called COTPS. And I saw people from all sides of life, from Africa to Europe to anything you could think of, from Australia, dumping thousands upon millions upon hundreds of thousands of dollars into this platform. And on top of it, it was to the point where people were putting up towards 500K into a platform, but they were making literally thousands upon thousands a day, right? Watch, hear me now. Uh, and it's because that particular platform allowed for that person to automatically input their money into the system, and when the time frame was over, take it out, all of it. Not meaning that you put in, like, let's say $100 and then you're waiting for the money to come back after the contract's over with. No, you have control in platforms like this. You, the investor, has control of your money when it comes to putting it in and taking it out because of two things. Those two things are simple. One, it's batch instant ID, which means that when you do the withdrawal, a human is not involved in order for the money to get back to your wallet. It's automatically set up in the system to completely just withdraw at that point. Okay, so this particular system is set up just like that. It does a batch. Another second thing to remember is the fact that when your actual initial investment gets put back into your wallet after 6 hours of quote unquote trading, then at that point you can withdraw the entirety back into your wallet. Okay? Hear me out. So, in platforms such as these, which is specifically payday24.com, we are looking at these platforms that are allowing the investors the capability to withdraw their initial investment anytime. Now, let's talk some of the disadvantages that I particularly say as a disadvantage. In these particular ecosystems, some things are given up than others. Now, when you have a system set up so where you can essentially withdraw, but it does take time, or you have people, for example, getting your initial investment and then it locked in at a certain period. Now, the thing about those is usually you would come back the next day and you would see an earning, right? It'd be a 24-hour period, and automatically that particular ecosystem would develop an earning into your account, aka your crypto portfolio, shall we say, right? Now, with these things, these are a little bit different. See, these actually require you manually to go into the system and place things, trades, so to speak, manually every 6 hours, just so you can obtain a high percentage ROI daily. So if, for example, it's the percentage of this particular platform, let's say hypothetically it's like 2.5 or 3%, right? Right? Hold on. Well, it'd be amazing if you were able to place that trade, come back within that 24-hour time frame, and then withdraw your money if need be. However, this particular system is set up in a manual set form. Now, it does not mean that a script or a third-party software won't be able to go in there and do the trading for you on a consistent basis, where it's kind of like you can go ahead and pull that at will. because that's something that was actually introduced into a lot of platforms prior to this one even being around. See, this platform right here, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, all it's doing is replicating things that have actually worked previously in the past, okay? They've modified a couple different things on their end to make sure for longevity, but at the end of the day, a lot of people tend to ask me in the comments below the same exact thing. Can I withdraw my initial investment at any point? And so I always tell people Payday 24. Go check out Payday 24. Because if you want to have your initial investment in your wallet and be able to know that you can control to a certain point when it gets back to you, right? Well, then that makes sense, because then you should go with a arbitrage platform like this, such as Plan 24, because it gives you that option, right? Now let's talk more beyond that option. Let's talk about how a lot of players in this space are actually profiting more when it comes to this particular ecosystem. Okay, let's talk about it. Now, really, when it comes down to it, it's really all about team, right? Honest with you, before I decided to put money back into this account and kind of like experience a little team building with it, what I did is I put what you can see from my previous videos. I just was very minimal. I put like $100, $200 in there, right? What I did see though is after getting about 6 or 7 affiliate referrals, they put in money in for me, not for my account, but for their account. But because of how the referral system is set up in this particular ecosystem, you're getting 10, 15, 10, I think 5% levels. So you're making an extremely lot of commission off of other people's trading money. That's just how this game is to be won. So the more you have generating under you, the better you have to not only get your ROI out, because you can get out 8.6 hours, but you can really start compounding, and that's where the game is to be won. This literally should be called Compound 24, because literally people who are going to compound and then withdraw at a certain interval, like maybe 3-1 interval, or some people like to do a 7-1 interval, are going to see some substantial gains. Okay, so to kind of further go back on what I'm saying here is, I just want to mitigate a lot of the questions that were being said in the ecosystem about specifically ROI. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you want a platform that's going to be conducive to your wallets and be able to get your initial capital back out sooner than a lot of these platforms that are going to lock it in for 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, etc., then you probably want to go with Plan 24. Because if you're not going with them, then you're going to be locked in a situation where potentially you can lose a lot more than you put in. So with that being said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I am simply a guy on YouTube giving you guys an understanding of what I've been seeing a lot, specifically in the comments, in regards to, well, making a simple investment into this ecosystem called DeFi. So if you have any questions, please comment below. Hit that like button, subscribe, smash that bell, turn those post notifications on. And thank you again. I'm Low-Key Bunny. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. And I will see you. Well, I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much for joining. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.